Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Deron Payne make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
On third down, here's Henderson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check, ready. 2 to the base. Check, 52's the mark. It's our field.
On third down, Powell. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Switch.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, it's Henderson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. On third down, Jackson. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
You better be afraid of me. Who's your booker? Afraid of me? Why? Get wide.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Deron Payne, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Cohen, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. We're scoreless after 1. On third down, a run with Cohen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. First down, a run with Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
On second down, it's Cohen. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Sanders' kick is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, The action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jackson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Field goals, all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Powell. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Saints. And it's It's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And Lutz's kick is good. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
Get ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Powell. Open man is Kirk, complete. The dump-off gets them 9, so now they're in much better shape for third down.
The gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 2, Powell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. You don't know no better. Mike's behind. Mike's behind.
They'll try and throw for it here. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Again, it's Henderson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
And a key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. And able to work his way down to the 16. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They run once more with Henderson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Let's go set lunch. Check 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
On 2nd and 7. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards on first, 4 on second, and now 5 on 3rd down. Move the sticks. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Hey, let's go. Check, 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 check.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Check, 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 check. Let's go. Check 3. Check, check. Fresno.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun, being chased out left. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They come out here in the eye. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Henderson going to run for it. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line.
Let's go now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6.
At the 6-yard line.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Check 52's the mark. Check 52's the mark. 52's the mark, boys. 52. Hey, I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Say.
From the gun on 3rd down, Powell. And that is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Watch switch.
On 4th down, Powell. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Miles Boykin, 93 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bothered to play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Mike 51. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the Saints punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Check 24. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check safety. Check safety. Jim. 6-3. 22.
From the gun, Powell. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, it's Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go now. Hey, hold on. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Go. Motion. Get him all. Hey. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Get the ball.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Powell. And able to find Kirk complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, You take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 51 to Mike, boy. 51.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Mike's 5-4. Let's go, baby. New turnover. Get that ball. Get that ball. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 49, check 49, check 49. Big dad, big come on. Nice pass.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the